Okay, what would you like? You want an ice cream sandwich? Or...
How do you thank someone
That has plain red bean.
for saving your neighborhood?
Do you want a popsicle? Here.
Tonight on Dawson Street in Beacon Hill, Jeanette Takashima is one of many Seattle neighbors getting to know each other a little better at Neighborhood Night Out.
Hi, I'm Lori. Hi, I'm Annie. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
It's a yearly block watch event. That's the program where neighbors team up with each other and police to protect their neighborhoods.
This is an occasion where you actually get to sit down, shake hands, introduce each other.
So this is when I had like gallons of ice cream and I would...
Jeanette never wanted to be a hero. But if this is still a pretty good place to live, it's thanks to her. Everyone here remembers when it wasn't good at all.
We pretty much knew in the first couple days. People moved in and we started noticing strange people walking up the street wearing backpacks. And lots of cars were driving by.
And it got worse. A lot worse.
I guess it happened like 2 o'clock in the morning. Somebody totally drugged out, ran across in bare feet, ran through the front window of the house across the street. And he had to wrestle him down and then called the police.
A meth house had invaded Dawson Street.
Go puppy.
Jeanette had been here 17 years. This was her neighborhood.
The kind of neighborhood we have here is an ethnically diverse one. English is definitely a second language. We have a lot of immigrants.
Now it was a neighborhood under siege.
At the time as we were having the drug houses, all the houses were being broken into. In fact, they tried to break into our house.
The neighborhood had a block watch program, but barely. Hardly anyone wanted to be involved.
People were just scared, so they were afraid of retaliation.
Somebody had to do something. Jeanette, the block watch captain, started noting license plate numbers and called 911. A lot, but nothing happened. She wasn't the only one getting frustrated.
Well, we felt that the 911 calls were sort of falling on deaf ears.
Can you help Mommy water?
Alexis Gallegos lives just up the street.
No, Kai, we don't put it on Ralph.
So this was months and months, and it was getting progressively worse.
Alexis loved the neighborhood as much as anyone, and probably knew it best. Her blog, The Lockmore Ledger, kept everybody up to date on everything going on. Lately, it had become something more.
We went from basically giving information about picnics, about community events, about job happenings, about people needing their lawn mowed, to this is what kind of sedan I saw. It was a 4-door and it was blue and there were 3 passengers and what they looked like.
Yeah, there's New Bud right there.
It had been a good neighborhood, but now, like Jeanette's roses, it needed a little pruning.
And one of the things we really encouraged them was to be persistent, because one thing about a crime issue in a neighborhood is that oftentimes it's solved overnight. And it's not solved by police. It's solved by the community and police working together.
Did you know that there was another baby on the street?
While Jeanette mobilized her neighbors and got them involved, Alexis was command central for keeping everyone informed.
We finally got enough people, and that was really all of Jeanette's doing. Her neighborhood had been putting pressure on the police, and I think that it linked. We had the blog. It was sort of the perfect storm.
And one day, luck, or was it stupidity, lent a hand.
3 people were going to buy drugs and they had an argument at the end. They were beating each other up for the drugs. And they were so upset about it that when the police came, they actually said, "We were buying crack and meth at the house." So it was all recorded to the police, it was official, and in about two, maybe 3 weeks, they actually came in and raided it at 10:45 at night. And the guy was cooking meth on the stove, and he had like 4 or 5 clients with him waiting for him to get it cooked. We've been doing this for 15 years. You were here the first year.
Yeah, we was here.
Which brings us back to Neighborhood Night Out. A lot of languages are spoken here, but it turns out a beer, a burger, and a smile will break down all kinds of barriers.
This is a great way to kind of get everybody to know each other and see what's going on.
Have more communication with the neighborhood. Yes.
So how do you thank someone for saving your neighborhood?
So thanks to you for making such a big effort. Oh, you did. You're relentless in your quest to make Beacon Hill a great neighborhood to live in. So thank you.
No, you're welcome, but
These days, folks are thankful for a good neighborhood to live in
did you get enough to eat tonight?
and a good neighbor
You can have more than one, too.
who saved Dawson Street.
I would say that rather than taking back their neighborhood, they just let it be known that this is their neighborhood. And the kind of foolishness they were seeing, they weren't going to tolerate. So in that sense, yeah, you could say they took back the neighborhood, but in many ways, they never gave it up.
Hello.
He is going to take.
Jeanette she's never a person that you would expect to be this vigilant, this is my neighborhood and I'm taking it back, but she is.
Come on.
And it's funny to me how people that make the biggest difference are usually the people that you would least suspect to be doing so.
Let's go home.
It's just the small, unsung heroes of our communities.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.